to Mobile
Breakers
Legends.
finally get one over FNATIC ONIC Philippines in Season 14. Ingan, for the first time in a while, the Ruby goes anywhere but in Kelra's hands.
Yeah, not in Kelra's hands. And of course, Baloyski-esque hero for light, the Hellcourt. Not many pro players can actually pull this off, but if you're considering light to pull this off, I think there's a huge chance this may work.
There's a Mad Lad strat. Again, it was set up in the storytelling before the bout. Both actually are great setters.
Yeah.
One, a more individual or pick-off centric. The other, more for AoE. Nothing's really changed for Brusco here. Still can catch, several opponents with a well-timed combo. But for Light, this is very specific for him. I mean, yes, he still finds these angles.
Yeah.
But instead of CC, it's more damage. Oh, no!
Oh, Kirk uses his flicker just to evade that. But look at Irad already showing his dominance with his Fanny. That was close.
He's looking to eradicate the XP laner from FNATIC ONIC Philippines. And not much of a blowback from bottom lane. King Kong did steal a little camp.
Yeah, he was able to.
Look at this cut by Nibor.
Right now, Nibor is cutting because they were able to force Kirk to go back and recall. And looking at the lineup, again, I like the Kufra pick, but looking at the community prediction, woo, seems like majority of the fans are voting for the Super Family.
That's a lot of Sonics. Look at the action up top. One more time on Kirk, but this time underneath the XP lane tier 1. That's about 15% damage reduction, so Kirk's going to be fine.
It's actually good for RSG because there were 2 attempts to bring down Kirk. Unsuccessful so far for FNATIC ONIC. And going back to my point, the Kufra actually answers 2 problems for FNATIC ONIC. The Harith and the Fanny because of the bouncing ball.
Oh, yeah. Now check it out. RSG looking to steal away. Not going to happen. King Kong secures. I think the Kufra does do well against even Light.
Yeah, actually.
This is a Hellcat that jumps in,
Actually, yeah. Ever since the revamp
That's
of
right.
Hellcourt.
He's got a little hoppy hop.
Yeah, plus you don't get an automatic silence when you jump in with the Kufra. Because before, the problem with Kufra is if
His
you hit
combo
that,
stops.
the combo stops. You can't just cast the Tyrant
Whoa,
Straight.
whoa,
But
whoa,
right
whoa, whoa.
now, look at Irad. Almost. But still, the fast hands were able to save him.
This life flashed back before his eyes. Almost.
Almost.
Oh, and another steal by King Kong.
You're now depriving Irad of his jungle creeps. And still, FNATIC ONIC has a good control. They were able to get the turtle at the same time. No casualties so far. Again, to execute this Hellcourt lineup, you really need a good start coming in from RSG.
That's right.
If it doesn't snowball, especially for Light, even if he has the lethal ignition plus the execute, he's going to have a hard time picking off anyone.
Yeah, and slowly but surely what this does lead to is a 200, 300 gold lead. And if I'm not mistaken, that was a turtle take by King Kong. That's the first turtle going.
Okay, so RSG really focusing on the XP lane rotation here, not giving Kirk good time. And just making sure that Kirk doesn't have an opportunity to rotate, make those I'm offended plays for FNATIC ONIC.
Luckily, he doesn't have to just yet. FNATIC ONIC, PH, they're very scale dependent. Like, you still need to get items on Kelra. You need to get items on King Kong specifically. And you know what? Even maybe Super Friends. Yeah. I'm looking at a mid-game spike. Really, Ling is the only real scaling hero because you can snowball off of Kelra. Look at the emblems here. Better late than never, folks. So double check on what you might be picking up. I like the Master Assassin on Kelra. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
There's literally just him and the Harith there.
Just ensures that he wins the early game, the laning phase, one-on-one.
They're dueling.
Yeah, they're dueling up against Kosei, but now the second turtle is here. A while ago, it was uncontested for FNATIC ONIC. And now Brusco doing a good job zoning out Nibor here, but they don't know where Ira is hiding.
I think it's just a matter of time before RSG strikes. They're also waiting on their power spikes and for Light to get his full kit.
Oh, Earth Shatter plus Plague Gazer combination. Gonna connect onto Kirk, but Brusco answers right back. And now Dark Knight Falls is there. First Blood, Kirk will fall down in exchange for Nibor. Ira onto the back line here. Can't get anyone to pick off. That's a 1-for-1 trade. And now FNATIC still standing strong. That was the upper. Oh, no Deadly Stingers here for Light. No Dark Knight Falls. How is RSG going to answer right back? Because Brusco is charging his Tyrant's Revenge. Not going to connect. It's going to be a Retribution battle, but King Kong still remains the king of the jungle as he gets the second turtle.
And as early as 5 minutes, second turtle, we already see how RSG's line up their draft, despite how spicy, how exotic, and how strong it is at specifically what it wants to do. It is just that. It's very specific.
Yeah.
It cannot start fights, at least the old-fashioned way. It cannot respond to fights the old-fashioned way because, look, you got two chunky frontliners for FNATIC ONIC Philippines. You got Kirk and you got Brusco. Even Light had to think twice.
Yeah.
He threw, blanks at the Deadly Poison Stingers.
Yeah.
And that's so easy for FNATIC ONIC to take advantage of.
But kudos to Light, though, as he picks up the Blade of Heptasis. He was able, look at this, Brusco! Tyrant's Revenge, plus the Flicker combination. Light has to pop that Dark Knight Falls, but no counterattack from RSG as they take the purple buff away from Irad.
What I say. 6 minutes in and already Brusco has plenty to show for in the Anong Palag Mo before the match began.
Yeah.
We'll see who is a better setter, and he set the hell out of that move.
So far, 2-4-2 with the Tyrant's Revenge Rage combination from Brusco. Very beautiful, right on target, and at a crucial moment because they were contesting for the purple buff. And you know this Fanny, he needs that purple buff, especially in the early game.
Haven't seen as good of a Kufra set in a while from the names the likes of Ogwin, Chaknu, and Gani.
Yeah. Who's okay?
Yeah. If you played with Gani, you would know.
I was supposed to say, if you played with me yesterday, you would have seen me with the Kufra.
Oh yeah?
As Ira picks a Malefic Roar here, you can assure that RSG really wants to get the pick off. Again, it's hard because...
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, FNOP. Brusco charging once again just to make sure he's carrying Kosei here as they pick up Tier 1 turret. So far, so good. 2.2k gold lead for FNATIC ONIC.
That's clean. You were saying, and the whole pick-off situation for RSG, right?
Yeah.
I don't think the pick-off's going to happen because FNATIC ONIC are making themselves scarce. Look, if you want to pick one off, it's one of the chunky dudes. I don't think it's worth it.
Plus, if the Frigid Glacier connects, but look at this Aquapendant play onto Nibor. Is he going to be able to cast that Primal Wrath Flicker out? As FNATIC ONIC takes control of this turtle. A while ago, they were able to secure 2. Now RSG has to walk away.
Nothing.
Just to minimize the casualties.
Nothing. All towards FNATIC ONIC, man.
But again, you can't say Nibor say... You can Nibor say nothing.
Sure, they're doing well for a team that's down a turret, a kill, and all 3 turtles.
It can change with one beautiful Frigid Glacier coming in from Aqua, but look at this, Primal Wrath will be casted, as well as Stepless to Blade. Dark Knight Falls is there, but the first one down is Nibor. And this is what you were saying. If FNATIC ONIC starts things off, there's no counterattack for RSG unless Aqua is in the picture with the Frigid Glacier. But in that case, they were too fast. FNATIC ONIC was too fast. I mean, one setup from Kirk and then Tempest of Blades was all they needed to bring down one of the chunkiest heroes of the Raiders.
And this is counterintuitive to what we would expect. Look at the FNATIC ONIC's lineup. You would expect that they would be the ones who are the ones, hiding in bushes, waiting. But no, they're super proactive. They're calling shots, they're making plays, and it's RSG who's relegated to playing guerrilla tactics. Like, they're the ones hiding when, in truth, they're the ones who should be picking fights.
Yeah, and I'm actually used to seeing a Ling in MPL normally just split pushing because they're on the receiving end most of the time.
That's right.
So far, FNATIC ONIC able to execute this lineup right now.
It's oppressive, this lineup, because again, they have combat mobility, map mobility, rotational speed, and look, they're pushing like nobody's business. Look at this is turrets, no more.
Yeah, plus the moment you try to pick off Super Prince, aside from the fact that he has a flicker, that Deathly Grasp alone can actually save him. Even if Irad tries to go with the Cable's Cutthroat, once the Deadly Grasp is casted, FNATIC ONIC, Bruce can just really jump in, bouncing ball, and not let Irad escape.
And that's the difference in their draft. Because again, RSG, they picked up more proactive heroes, ideally on paper. They want to be able to move around, call the shots, start things up. But FNATIC ONIC Philippines, they were able to draft not just reliable CC, they were able to draft rotational speed and peel.
Now gonna jump in, Tyrant's Revenge combination. Nibor has to cast the Primal Wrath, but the Frigid Glacier is there. King Kong going right after the backline. The first man down once again is Nibor, but here comes Kosei with the Synchro Vision. But look at who's there. Kellera making sure to bring down the opposing gold laner, because 3 members of the Raiders are nowhere to be found.
You get nothing, good sir, nothing. FNATIC ONIC Philippines, about
Kellera
6,000 head. Kellera walks in.
Kellera knows where Irad is hiding. 3 objectives for FNATIC. Make it 4 as they get the Lord. And looking at the instant replay, I mean, Brusco.
This was brought to us by Infinix. Check it out. It started off of Brusco, and I don't know if you can zoom in, but you guys can do it yourselves. You see how well Brusco came in and protected
Yeah.
not just Kelra, but even Super Friends, and Kirk was pretty low.
He made sure that Irad wasn't able to do freestyle cables
Yes.
because of the bouncing ball. But oh!
Whoa!
Wait, Tablaso Blades! Irad is gonna
Looking
go
for the
it.
dash! Oh!
Oh, King Kong!
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, look at this.
One basic attack, but Kirk is here! I am offended! Finds Irad!
Unceremoniously, they were in the middle of a recall battle.
Man, Kirk crashed the party, honestly.
You know what? Just chalk it up to it being a 5v5 game, man.
Honestly, I was expecting King Kong to go down from his throne.
You think?
Yeah, I knew it. I know.
This is the jungle, man.
This is the jungle, and King Kong is the king of the jungle.
And in this moment, 8,000 gold down. RSG, 11 minutes in. There's a huge lord marching through bottom. Holy shields pop.
Oh, catches Nimbor once again, and look at the damage output of that Vexana. Frigid Glacier is wasted, so no counterattack for RSG, but look at King Kong. Taunting Irad, taunting the Eradicator. I bet in Irad's head he's saying, "You're lucky this is not my Lancelot."
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
And Kirk shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, Kirk shouldn't have been there.
I'd like to see you try to do that alone.
Yeah. But again, 5v5 MLBB play.
It's a team sport.
It's a team sport. Whew! RSG so far has the capabilities to turn things around with one clash since they were able to save all inhibitor turrets. But again, if Aqua continues to miss the Frigid Glacier, that's a huge resource wasted for the Raiders.
You know what? It's less about Nebo. It's less about Aqua missing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
the
mobility of
yeah,
FNATIC.
and you can
Kirk.
Nebo really count out what they're doing because Kirk missing out. They're just going for the push.
Just to zone out, just to make sure to get an inhibitor turret before the second turtle, if ever we reach that point. And now Winter Crown's coming in from FNATIC ONIC, making sure that Irad won't be able to get the groove that he wants with his Fanny.
For sure.
And now, so far, the Hellcurt pick, not really working in the favor of RSG.
It's not paying off. We understand what they were trying to do. It's just not against FNATIC ONIC Philippines, who are just so honed in, who know exactly what's up. It's just the mid lane inhibitor standing for RSG, and slowly but surely FNATIC ONIC Philippines will choke out all remaining resources on the map. That's an orange buff stolen away.
I'm not even sure when was the last time Irad got his purple buff.
His anything.
His anything, yeah. 3 turtles to FNATIC's name, first turtle to FNATIC, and now it looks like the potential last Lord will go in the hands of the Sonics.
And what's difficult for RSG is, sure, you can take it to the base, but even under the base, right? You don't have the most stellar wave clear in the world.
Yeah.
Sure, you have the Aurora. Sure, you have...
If Nimbor uses the Primal Wrath, that's a huge resource waste just to clear out the minions.
That's right, and even Kuse, he's like a mid-ranged mage. He has to commit. He has to really put himself there for it to make a difference.
Okay, the strategy right now for the Raiders is to get the pick off before the Lord spawns.
And to split.
Yeah, to split, to pick off. I mean, Light, I know Light really wants to cast that Dark Knight Falls at anyone. He can actually burst down Super Friends or King Kong if King Kong doesn't use the Tempest of Blades.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, that's King Kong.
Here's what's difficult, right? You know how bad it is for RSG right now?
How?
They have a Hellcurt. They have a Fanny. They can't even split push.
Because of the threat of every member from FNATIC.
Right?
It's
and
a
the
Brusco.
map's not on their side. Look at this. The last inhibitor falls. It has to push. What?
Out of nowhere, that's an RKO from King Kong as Amin Forge is there, plus the Primal Wrath. Kirk is the first man down, but Nimbor Irad nowhere to be found as FNATIC ONIC remains undefeated.